of the Crypto Dope Show. Now today, I got some good news for you guys. I actually posted it yesterday, but today I had a chance to do the video, right? XRP, let's just say Grayscale ETFs got approved. Grayscale ETF got approved. Now I expected, or I anticipated that maybe in October most of these ETFs will get approved. But it seems to me we're having one hell of a head start. It seems to me we're having one hell of a head start. Once again, I'm Crypto Doe, and I'm here to share everything I know with you guys, so together we can go further than Wells Fargo. Smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. That's all I ask. Help me get to 10,000 subs. I'm gonna give you guys a couple of minutes to get on up in here, right? I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes to get on up in here because Grayscale ETF has been approved. And it's ETFs. That's with an apostrophe S. That's plural, meaning that it's more than one. It is more than one ETF that has been approved. More than one ETF that has been approved according to Grayscale. I guess the SAC is beginning to lighting up, and as they should. I'm glad that Gary Gensler is gone, because we all know if Gary Gensler was there, maybe this would have took an eon, a century to be exact, right? Now the United States is pro-crypto. I checked just the other day, and I found out, because I do a lot of research, right? I found out that Trump family has about $2 billion in crypto. $2 billion just in crypto. I said, no one's talking about this. Crow, XRP is part of its portfolio. Ethereum is part of its portfolio. Bitcoin is a part of its portfolio. Trump, meme coin, World Liberty Financial is a part of its portfolio. USD1, they have their own stable coin, is a part of their portfolio. Hello to everyone that just came on in. Hello to everyone that just came on in. Smash that like button, get the likes up. That's all I ask. Now, the main topic of today is Grayscale ETF has been approved. What's inside of the Grayscale ETFs? And what is an ETF? And what purpose does it serve? We're going to discuss that today, right? Get the likes button up for everyone who just said hey. Mate said hello. What's going on? Smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Help me get to 10,000 subs. Let me know what cryptos you guys own, and do you own cryptos that's ETF approved or ETF represented, right? This is why I'm big on XRP. XRP will have plenty of ETF. I think XRP has the largest ETF as far as the listing to me. It's XRP and Solana. Right, but I like XRP over Solana any day, all day long. That's just me personally. Not saying Solana is a bad project. It's just I like it. I'm with XRP. I like Bitcoin as well. I'm not just an XRP maxi, right? I'm not a maxi at all. I like a couple of. I like ADA too. So first of all, let's disclose what's in these ETFs, right? What is an ETF? Now, an ETF basically is a portfolio that represents crypto. It has exposure to crypto, but it's not you directly owning these assets, meaning that you don't directly, if you invest in an ETF, you may benefit off of the prices going up, or you may get to benefit of the prices going down, because then you get to buy low, right, and sell high. But it's not a direct, it's not like you own XRP or you own ADA or you own Bitcoin or Ethereum. You don't own them, right? it's a representation of it. So that's what an ETF is. Basically a representation. You don't own it. You don't own it at all. But it's a cool representation of it. And a lot of people like that type of exposure because it's considered low risk. It's considered a low risk exposure. So they're going to use their fiat money to buy, right? While the hedge fund may actually own these things. I say, not financial advice, but if the hedge funds is literally owning these things, why won't you own them as well? Now, ETFs is, to me, is a cash flow mechanism to flow cash towards the asset. ETFs are cash flow mechanisms that flows cash towards the assets, right? So with that being said, right, what's 1 + 1? You would then begin to think, if cash is flowing towards these assets, why won't I at least research these assets? Why won't I invest in these assets? Because a lot of cash is beginning to flow into these assets. Like the Grayscale one is Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, ADA, and SOL. So I would think, okay, let me make sure that my portfolio, right? This is what I would do. I can't give you financial advice. Let me make sure that my portfolio has some form of representation of these things. So it will make sense. It will make sense for me to actually have these assets. It will make sense because cash will be flowing into those assets. So this is why I think that this is important. Now, Grayscale is just one entity or one hedge fund that plans on doing ETFs. It's just one hedge fund. You have Canary, you have Franklin Templeton, you have so many others, right? That's filing. This is why I say October is going to be ETF month to me, because they have it, I believe, until mid-October to approve these things. But it seems to me they're getting started a bit early. Seems to me, and the reason why I say that is because of Grayscale. The reason why I say that is because of Grayscale. Let me know which crypto you guys own in here. Do you guys own XRP, ADA? Do you guys own, or do you guys plan on actually just buying the ETF that represents all of these things? Oh, that's one benefactor. I can't think about it in an ETF as well, because if Grayscale have all of these bundled up into one ETF, right, which they probably separated, then that could be beneficial because you get exposure to these ETFs. I mean, to these cryptos without having direct exposure, which means that it's like on crypto.com. It's a brokerage firm. And on crypto.com, you can buy things as a bundle. To me, that's like an ETF vibe. You buy things as a bundle. You might have DeFi and it comes in as a bundle. So you might put $1,000 and 200 go to X project, 200 go to Y project, 200 go to Z project, but it's all in a bundle, and the folder represents that bundle. That may be a smart way of doing it, you know. But I'm more volatile. I like that the direct, the risk on assets, because the money printing is going on. Did you guys know that Jerome Powell did a 25 basis point rate cut just the other day, which means the money printer is going on, which means risk on assets like crypto, like stocks, like real estate, that's going to go up in value. It's literally going to go up in value. So this is, to me, is the perfect time to be in crypto. It is the perfect time to be in crypto. I can't think about it. People have been waiting 4 years for this. because this is just based on the cycle, right? This is the perfect, consider it being the perfect time to be in crypto. Get yourself some exposure to it. Do your research, do your homework. Don't believe anything I say, right? But I put my money where my mouth is. I have portfolios well represented, well invested. All my bags is already packed. If I buy any more crypto right now, I'm just being greedy. It's already packed. I've been buying for a couple of years now. It's already packed. I cashed out a couple of my positions, and I didn't go out and buy things. I put that into other projects that I researched, and I did my research on to make sure that I'm well diversified. Some small caps, BlockV, Edge, some GameFi, some Root, some Immutable X, right? I just begin to just play the game, you know. DEX, right? To more DeFi, Velo, you know, some things that represent liquidity as far as when I dive into ecosystems. Aquarius, that's for XLM. World Liberty Financial, I'm dollar cost average. That's the only thing I've been buying lately. Because that's brand new. And that's it. I got my XRPs, I got my Bitcoins, I got the Ethereums. That's it. And I much rather XRP over Ethereum. That's just me. That's just me though. You gotta pick your, you can't have them all. So pick your 5 or your 10 that you did the research on, and you know that, hey, these are the guys that I'm rocking with. Because it's gonna save you the headache. It's gonna save you from chasing different coins, right? It's literally gonna save you. I acknowledge all that just came in to say hello. Get the likes up, smash that like button, give me a sub. That's all I ask. But I wanted to give you guys an update because yesterday to me was a wonderful, beautiful day in the crypto world. Grayscale got these ETFs approved. ADA, I believe that this is ADA, also known as Cardano, first ETF approval. And I've been rocking with Cardano for a while. Charles Harkinson, I think he's an excellent representation of ADA. So, and to me, it's one of the most decentralized projects that we have. So you may want to pay attention to ADA as well. Let's read some of these comments. Cat Queen said, good job, man. God pray for you. I appreciate the blessings. I appreciate the love. Yo Reed Dude said, hello, what's going on? Ola. Cammy said, hey. 3. Cammy said, hey. Catwoman said, hey man, how are you doing? I'm doing well. Mate Galvila said, can you see the road? I subscribed. Well, I'm you know, safety is first, so I can always see. That's why I just angle the camera, mounted up in the car as I do what I have to do. You know, always. I'm working while working.